Thank you very much.
What's going on, guys? Kaufman is Alive. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at a new comic book, Rob Liefeld's Deadpool Team Up number 4, published by Marvel Comics. This is a $3.99 book. Rob Liefeld is on art. He's on the writing. He's on inking. Pretty much doing everything on here except colors. Got Rob Liefeld on the cover as well here. For some reason, there's a parental advisory up there by the number. I don't really know why. There's no foul language in this at all. The content of it is pretty much just like goofy superhero stuff, fantasy based. The only thing I could think of is maybe it's just because of the guns, perhaps. I don't know. But or maybe they just fear for Deadpool in general and assume the worst. But kind of like this cover. Got Major X here looking like Cable, really. If you don't know who Major X is, he's a character that's created by Rob Liefeld, much like Deadpool. He's kind of a mashup of Cable and Deadpool, if you ask me. He comes from the future. He's actually from some alternate timeline. He's the son of Cable and Storm, if I remember correctly. So, but, you know, same color scheme as Deadpool. Uses guns, has got weapons. You know, related to Cable, so a lot like Cable. He's got this helmet, which I feel like the X Office kind of co-opted into what Professor X started using as that Cerebro helmet. Maybe I'm conflating things, I don't know, but it's kind of funny too, because Major X is a character that really is only used by Liefeld. Most of the other X creators don't even reference him or use him ever. There was even, during the Krakoan era, they had this giant family tree double splash page in one of the issues that had like the entire, you know, Summers family and everything, and they left Major X out of it. So, kind of just Liefeld's own thing. But he's here, he's from the future, he's trying to stop the future from happening, of course. Nothing new there. Kind of a weird splash page to open up. I kind of hate how Marvel opens up these comics. You get the cover, which is cool. Then we get an ad. Then they've got the credits here, which is fine. Then we get another ad. So at least Liefeld's got a splash page here for us. Kind of a small looking head there on Major X. And he doesn't have the shoulder pads either that he has here on the cover. Something I noticed. Another ad. It's just very annoying right there. Kind of kills the flow at the beginning of this book, but minor nitpick. So we get a lot of punching and kicking here in this book. No real reason these guys are fighting each other. They're just, I guess, hot-tempered. But kind of like in the last issue, too, when the Hulk showed up and they just kind of started fighting for no real reason and then teamed up. That's kind of what we get here. I like this panel here with Deadpool's reflection and Major X. Kind of looks like they're floating. No real backgrounds to speak of here. A lot of people think Liefeld kind of isn't a great artist. You know, I think he does a pretty good job with figures for the most part. And but he skips on backgrounds everywhere. Just no backgrounds. Doesn't even take the time to really make a setting or a place. Just focusing on the action. I think he does a great job rendering like bodies. There's lots of little lines. Like Major X is a perfect example. He's got all these little, you know, reflections and lines in the helmet. I think Liefeld is honestly a really good inker, a better inker than a penciler. I know he likes to pencil his own stuff and ink his own stuff, but I really feel like he would have been a great inker for other people, but it's just not something he ever does. So we got Lady Deadpool here. He pretty much draws Lady Deadpool exactly like Deadpool, just with hair in the background and some boobs. As far as like the figure, it almost looks exactly like Deadpool. Maybe that's on purpose. Like this drawing here, it just looks like Deadpool, but he just drew some giant boobs on him. So, battling Wolverine here. I like this drawing of Wolverine. That's pretty cool. You know, Liefeld draws a lot of the same things, I feel like, over and over again, too. And, you know, with a character like Deadpool, and then you throw Lady Deadpool in there, not a whole lot of variations on anything. There's not, because he's wearing a mask, there's no facial expressions there. You get Cable showing up here. All throughout this series, characters have just been kind of showing up for no reason. I think we're still in Weird World here. These are supposed to be like the dragon eggs right here up on the cliff that they're looking for. Just a funny drawing. I do like this drawing a lot. I feel like when we get like these little drawings that Liefeld does are really good. I almost like them better than some of the really big drawings, like something like this, or just a big face. We get a lot of just Liefeld drawing giant faces for panels. And he loves drawing dragons and serpents here, too, and they're not the best, but we've got Cable here explaining that, of course, he's showing up because them tampering with the eggs will cause an alternate reality, and in this reality, the dragons have taken over, and they've used the eggs to create an army of dragons. So we get this, like, giant double splash page of just faces looking at us, these three guys. There's Ral Dorn, Deadpool, and Cable here. Just lots of exposition. Here's another good look at the dragon eggs. We get kind of an actual double splash page here of everyone jumping into action. Cable's fingers are all the same length here, holding the gun. Looks kind of weird. So we've got these serpents here. I think it looks like a giant slug with wings or something. And I guess we're on the edge of some building looking at the foreboding future here. Cable wants Deadpool and his team to all help him try and stop it from happening. It's pretty much the plot. Not much to it here. Shatterstar shows up for no reason at the end. And then we get even more characters showing up here for no real reason at all. They don't really do anything. We're all just kind of standing here on the cliffside. We've got Doc Samson, Ghost Spider, Hercules. They're all standing there in the exact same pose with their fists clenched. We've got Baron Scragger. I think that's Scragger. I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. That's his name, though. It's written right here if you can read it. But he's actually on the back of this dragon here, if you can tell. There's a very little figure there. I didn't even notice it at first. But he's threatening Cable here. Like Cable's shoulder pads have completely changed from what they looked like earlier. Here we've got like some bullets here. Now we've just got like 2 buttons here on the shoulder pads. And we get a final splash page of all the team jumping into action here. Cable's shoulder pads change again. Major X just kind of disappears into the background of this issue too, I noticed, after being like the main focal point of it. This sword looks strange on his hand. But anyway, kind of a goofy issue. This just feels almost something like, you know, a teenager would come up with. There's not a whole lot of consistency or rhyme or reason to what's going on. This is probably my least favorite of the 4 issues so far. The one I have liked the least. I like the first 3 issues of this book. This one was just kind of all over the place. Kind of funny though. Um, so that's about all I got for this one. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.